For the first time in years, I think I had my highest follicle count ever. I had 8 follicles growing in one cycle. At that point, I was only getting 1 or 2 per cycle, so 8 follicles was crazy. I was follicle rich. Hi ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Hellynn. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back here to join me, then welcome back. I started this channel about 3 years ago, I would say like 2.5 years ago, when I was beginning my IVF journey. And I did get all of my IVF treatments abroad in Korea, where I'm originally from. I do live in California, but I did all of my treatments there because it's just so much more affordable and the care there is pretty top-notch. I am 42 years old now and I have diminished ovarian reserve, and I had to do 15 egg retrievals and a total of 5 embryo transfers in order to finally get pregnant. I did announce a couple weeks ago that I am finally pregnant after all this time. And if you missed that video, then I'll link that up here so that you can take a look. But it's just been such a joy to share this news with everyone because of everything that I've been through. It's just been such a tumultuous journey. And it's just so nice to be able to share the good news with all of you. And I was really touched by how so many of you were so happy for me. You know, it really made me feel so loved and supported. So thank you for sharing in our joy with us. This video, I wanted to do sort of a recap of everything that happened up till now of my entire IVF journey, what I did right for the egg retrieval where I did get my golden egg. I wanted to share all of it with you in the hopes that it might help you in your journey somehow. For about 2.5 years, I would say almost 3 years, I've been on this IVF journey, and I've just done back-to-back IVF. I would go to Korea and do a bunch of retrievals and then come back. And then I would go back and do retrievals or transfers or whatever, and then come back for a couple months, and then go back and forth and go back and forth. And so it was just a lot of being apart from my husband, who was in California at the time. He just came to Korea to freeze his sperm, and then he would leave because he had work. And I was in Korea alone a lot of the time. I do have family there, which made it easier, but it was definitely a lonely journey for me, for sure. So to recap, the first year of IVF, I did 7 egg retrievals. We actually ended up with 9 embryos, but we discarded 2 of them because I did PGTA 1 round. So at the end of the year, after doing 7 egg retrievals, I had a total of 7 untested embryos. I decided not to do any more PGTA because of the fact that I have DOR. It just takes so long for me to even make an embryo. I just wanted to give every single one of them a shot. There is a lot of judgment in the fertility community around whether you should be testing your embryos or not. But for me, it just felt right for me not to test my embryos and to give every single one of them a shot. Anyway, at the end of the year, I had 7 embryos stored, and so I thought things are going pretty well. I'll take a break, go back home, and then come back next year and then transfer. So those were my thoughts. My second year of IVF, I took a short break and then I came back to Korea now to transfer the embryos. So I had 7 embryos stored, and 4 of them were blastocysts, day 5s, and 3 of them were day 4 morulas. None of them were fantastic grades, but they were just about average or a little above average. But the fact that I could make blastocysts, I should have been really grateful for that. I didn't know at the time, but as you get older, it just gets more and more difficult to make day 5 blastocysts. So I came back to Korea and I did a transfer, got pregnant, had a chemical pregnancy. And let me tell you, having a chemical pregnancy is really devastating. Actually getting pregnant and seeing that second line on the pregnancy test and then it fading away over time is just such a heartbreak. I can't even tell you. It was really hard for me. The second transfer, same thing happened. And then the third transfer, nothing even happened during the third transfer. I transferred the rest of my embryos and I didn't even see the second line. And that was the rest of my embryos. I did 3 back-to-back transfers that year and none of them worked out. And so I was obviously devastated. I think this is when I went through my deep, dark depression. And I took a little bit of a break after all of my transfers and did a lot of therapy, did a lot of praying and getting my mental health back to its original state. My confidence was definitely shaken and I had to start from square one, so it was very difficult for me. But I did pick myself back up again and I did 4 more retrievals with my hospital CHA Medical, and I ended up with 2 day 3 embryos. It's crazy because only a year had gone by and I could no longer create blastocysts at age 41. Before I was seeing like maybe up to 5 follicles per cycle, but this year I was seeing maybe 1 or 2 follicles max. So I felt very defeated at this point. I felt even more defeated when my doctor quit the hospital that I was at and then she decided to go somewhere else. And so I just took that as a signal to switch hospitals. So towards the end of year 2, I knew that I needed to do something different. So I had 2 rounds of ovarian PRP, which is basically growth factor rich platelets from your blood, which can be drawn and then separated from your blood and then re-injected into your ovaries. And this helps to stimulate your ovaries and hopefully get more dormant follicles and improve your egg quality as well. I did hear from different doctors that you need at least 4 treatments of PRP to really see results. I ended up doing 2. I had PRP done in October and then I had another one done in December. My doctor also put me on DHEA, which I was a little bit scared of because my DHEA levels were a little bit elevated. It was like 300 or something like that. And that's actually pretty high for my age. I was a little bit scared to be on DHEA, but my doctor told me that if you're in your 40s, it's okay to just try DHEA for a couple of months max, no longer than that, and just see what happens. At my age, apparently our DHEAS or DHEA is very low in our reproductive system. It might not be low if we draw our blood, but I don't know, this is what she said. And it went against a lot of the research that I had done before and what I'd read in It Starts with the Egg. And so I was really confused, but I decided to just go with what my doctor told me. And I took DHEA for 2 months. I took 75 milligrams per day. I'll link the one that I took in the description below if you're interested in looking into that. I also have a video on DHEA, so I'll link that up here. Take a look if you're interested in getting more information. I think DHEA and PRP are really great options for women with DOR or POI. Yeah, for me, those are the 2 different things that I did differently before I got to the egg retrieval that my little baby came from. Okay, at the new hospital that I went to, I ended up getting 2 more day 3s. I did 2 retrievals there and did a fresh transfer. And I was really hopeful for this transfer because I had done all the extra stuff. I've done PRP at this point twice. I had been on DHEA, and so I felt like I was doing everything that I can. I switched hospitals and doctors. I was really hoping that this would be it. Unfortunately, it was a negative pregnancy test, and I remember feeling so defeated in that moment. I've done everything that I could, and it's just not working out. I kind of felt like I hit an emotional rock bottom, and it was just beyond depressed. At this point, I was just exhausted. But I did still have 2 embryos from prior retrievals that year stored at my original hospital, CHA Medical. And so I ended up going back there and I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna transfer these 2 embryos and then just leave. I didn't even care which doctor did the transfer. I didn't do any research into who my next doctor should be. I just wanted to transfer the embryos and just leave and not look back because I was so exhausted at that point. Luckily though, this doctor turned out to be someone that I had really good chemistry with. And I've mentioned this before, he's the doctor that got the oldest woman pregnant in Korea at age 57. A lot of you were like, oh, it was donor egg. But donor egg is pretty much illegal in Korea. And so it wasn't a donor egg, it was actually the patient's own eggs, but from a decade before or something like that. So I think she had an egg retrieval and froze her eggs at age 45. And then 12 years later, she made embryos and then transferred them, and then she got pregnant. But still, that's pretty incredible, I think. But yeah, in Korea, donor eggs, it's not a thing. Commercial donor eggs especially is illegal. You can't sell eggs or sperm. That's why IVF doctors in Korea, they will do everything in their power to get you pregnant with your own eggs. Even if you get like 1 follicle per cycle, they'll still do everything that they can. They'll still stim you every month to try to get that 1 egg from you every month. They'll just do whatever it takes. So even for women with POI who don't even see any follicles, they'll still stim and try to see if they can get 1 out of you. And so it's just a different experience from the US where I feel like they really push donor eggs on you from the get-go if you have low AMH or if you have POI or whatever it is. I definitely do think that Korea was the right choice for me, even though it took a really long time to get to my pregnancy. So when I met Dr. Han, my new doctor, he actually did an ultrasound on me, even though I just wanted a transfer. He did an ultrasound and he was like, you know what, you have a bunch of follicles. Why don't we just go ahead and stim, do another egg retrieval? I was really surprised because I wasn't expecting this. I guess the PRP and DHEA was working, but it was just taking a little bit more time for it to start working. The DHEA I had been taking from December, January, 2 months. And then the PRP I had done October and December. And at this point, it was February. I guess it just took some time for it to show up. For the first time in years, I think I had my highest follicle count ever. I had 8 follicles growing in 1 cycle. At that point, I was only getting 1 or 2 per cycle, so 8 follicles was crazy. I was follicle rich. We retrieved 6 and fertilized 4 and ended up freezing 2 at day 3, and one of these became the golden egg. There were a lot of you that were actually asking me why I froze at day 3 and not day 5. My doctor and I strategically made this choice to do so because I was having such a hard time making embryos at all. They were just not developing very well. And so we said, okay, why don't we just freeze at day 3 and then transfer them earlier than you would normally at day 5, so that they have a chance to grow in your uterus, which is a friendlier environment than a petri dish. Transferring them earlier gives them the uterine environment sooner, which may help growth more than the lab. I also had a lot of questions about whether I've tested my embryos or not. You can't test day 3s. You can only test day 5s or older embryos because day 3s don't have enough cells that you can pick from in order to send for PGTA. The key takeaway for me is that it wasn't just one thing that I did. I think it was a combination of different things that happened in order for me to get my golden egg in that egg retrieval. It was a combination of the PRP treatments and the DHEA that I took. Make sure that you take DHEA under a doctor's supervision. It is a hormone, so it can do more harm than good if it's not right for you. I think also having the right doctor that I had really good rapport with, I think that really, really helped. He made me feel really comfortable, and honestly, none of the other doctors really did. They were famous doctors, but they didn't really make me feel comfortable like this doctor did. I think another thing was adjusting the strategy and just freezing at day 3. I think that also worked. In the next video, I think I'll talk more about what I did differently for the transfer that made this transfer work. And yeah, I'll also share a little bit more about my pregnancy as well. If you guys have any questions, then please do leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you so much for being here with me on this entire journey. I'm just so grateful for all of you. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video with somebody that you feel like it might benefit. I'll talk to you soon.